Why do you think the cartels resort to such violence?
Depends a little bit. There, in general, I think it is to control via fear, but another motivating factor I would say is that because there's a weak judicial system, there's a high rate of impunity. So people feel, and rightly so, that if they kill someone, there's a low chance that they will end up being prosecuted or nothing legally will come of it. And that has been the case in a lot of states in Mexico where violence has been perpetuated because there's no mechanism to punish or deter the people that are doing it. And I think those two reasons contribute to certainly a lot of the violence in Mexico.
Cool. And like in relation to that, shoot, I think society should be based on the trust that all will be accounted for their actions. How do we hold the cartels accountable? Who can hold them accountable? And is it that in these lawless zones that the law is created by those who enforce it, either the cartels, defensia, or the government?
Well, I think that's something that we're going to have to see how it plays out. I think that more accountability and strengthening of the legal systems in Mexico will help make more accountability for actions and for violent crimes and crimes of all kinds. But reforming legal systems and instilling change in how a justice system works is there's no quick fix solution to it. There are changes that people are going to have to work hard at and for sustained amounts of time. And I think that with time, we'll certainly see a decrease in violence in Mexico, and hopefully those changes can move along relatively quickly.
In the ending, you juxtaposed two different views. The view that the cartels cannot be stopped, but also the view that the cycle could be broken, as long as there were individuals that are willing to change things. After being a part of the story, what do you think?
I think that certainly cycles can change, as you mentioned, but there has to be if a cycle is in a sort of feedback loop where it sort of thrives off the previous cycle, it makes it infinitely harder to change. And in order for a cycle like that to change, you need to alter the realities in which it's operating. And like we were talking about with the cartel and with justice and accountability, some of those things need to change in Mexico in order to start to see positive changes. If those don't change, then it still creates the conditions that violence can happen in various states, and that won't, until that changes, we probably will not see a significant decrease in the amount of overall violence.
As a documentarian, how do you move on after such a powerful experience? Do you?
In terms of
Like making another, like advancing this experience?
yeah, I mean, there will definitely be other stories, and there's tons of stories, not only in Mexico but around the world, that are important to tell and that I'm interested to tell. It's just a question, this was a couple-year process making this, so finding the next project, I don't want to jump into something. Want to make sure it's a story that we'll be motivated to tell and can tell in a unique and interesting way. And looking into that and sort of researching right now and figuring out what the next steps might be. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.